we're in Yiwu right now, and right there is the market. And yesterday afternoon, we went over there as like a preliminary run, and that was just really helpful to conceptualize it for me. Because my whole reason for coming to China is to touch it, taste it, feel it, to kind of understand this thing. Because I've been trying to do private label now for 2 years, and it's been a very frustrating process. And I'm really looking forward to implementing the strategy that Tim has taught us, and basically building a catalog of ideas. And so to go over to the market yesterday and see what that was like, and what Tim Lillard got down on the floor, he showed us some products and gave us some examples, very hands-on. It kind of started clicking for me, and so in a couple hours, I'm gonna go be Tim's disciple over in Yiwu here.
All right, what's been your biggest surprise about China so far? Things you didn't expect.
Well, I think I heard like about the transportation systems and the infrastructure. Some people have told me that they've been here. It's just shocking how much superior it is than the U.S. So I think that's, for the way we can get around so easily is just unbelievable. And then how cheap it is. You know, to go first class on a bullet train for, what was that, like $50 or something?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that. And it's just insane about how easy it is to get around the country. So far, it seems like really, and I think probably the other thing I've been impressed is just your team has been phenomenal. And Tim undersells this; he doesn't really emphasize this as much, but I mean, he has some really big players here that really know their stuff, and I just feel like we're in good hands here, and that's been something too. It's real comforting just seeing all the other people behind what you do to make us successful. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the week.
Well, thank you. That's a compliment. All right, have you learned anything valuable yet? We haven't even got to the market. Have you learned anything that's game-changing? Aside from that you love authentic Chinese food.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game-changing thing is the way in which you teach how to do private label research and find product is so contrarian to the way others do it. And I have a friend in another business who just wrote a book called The Contrarian's Guide to Fundraising, and he's a fundraising specialist. And I feel like we have Tim's The Contrarian's Guide to Private Label. And with the system you just taught us yesterday is phenomenal, and I see why it makes sense and why in this particular market, the Yiwu market, why it's going to work really well. In contrast to everyone generalizes like this is the way you do private label. It's just like when you first get into like Amazon doing RA or OA, and you think there's like one or two ways to do it, and then you realize there's about 50 ways to do it. And Tim has mastered this certain process here, and I think it's going to be really, really powerful, and that's what I'm excited about.
Do you feel like you're ready to jump into the market today?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I mean, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but I was telling my friend here, Devin, before we come down, do whatever Tim tells me to do and see what happens. So he just kind of do it. My only fear is like I've just traveled halfway across the world, and I'm, now I gotta like make this work. And but I gotta. I'm a Sixers fan. We say trust the process, and I'm gonna trust the process here. So.
What's your biggest anxiety about the market?
Anxiety.
Or your biggest fear about being in the market?
Like that I won't have the experience like you showed us yesterday when you walk in the store, that visceral intuition to like go in and like see what you see. And I don't expect to be able to do that because you've been doing this for a long time. But at the same time, yeah. So anyway, that's my fears. Like I will walk through and just kind of my eyes will glaze over and I won't be able to, kind of a paralysis of analysis will set in, which that's been my problem with private label for the past 2 years, is just really being able to find products that will really be successful. And but with the way you baby stepped us and not overwhelmed us, I think if I just do what the next step is and not worry about steps 7, 8, 9, and 10, I think I should be okay.
And what are you most excited about as you start day one in the market?
want to meet my guide and translator, and that's something too. By the way, it's like the fact that that's comforting. Is like I'm not just having a translator. This is going to be actually someone that actually has skills in the marketplace, and you have hired a team of these guides. And I met I guess it's one of the owners of the company yesterday, Angus, and it just seems like we're going to be well taken care of. So I'm looking forward to meeting my guide, because that's going to be like my key person to make me successful today, because they're going to make sure I don't get off the beaten track too much. So that'll be good. Just having another person with me, because I'm not going to be by myself walking around the market. I will be by myself with my guide, but I'll be, and then knowing that there's another dozen of us walking around doing the same thing with their guides, and then we could come back later tonight and talk about it. So that's what I'm looking forward to, going there and being my guide, and then tonight hearing how everyone else did.
Awesome. I'm going to ask you these same questions in 3 days. See how it changes.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Ralph.
All right, thanks.